wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all know I've been letting you know about products you need to take with you into 2025. Someone asked for concealers. Now, I'm not sure if I have 10 that I can comfortably recommend to you, but we gonna see how many we can get in this video. So if you guys wanna know more, let's go. First up, this is my all-time favorite concealer. This is the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade 400N. Just creamy crack goodness in a tube. This is hydrating. For my under eyes, I do have drier under eyes, so I try to shy away from like really matte concealers or anything like that. She's hydrating, blends really well. I do like the creaminess of this because I do like cream products, but again, with oily skin, you know, I need to find the balance of where I can use it. But again, since my eyes are a little drier, I can get away with it. The shade, really nice. I will say, and I did say when I first reviewed this concealer, that the darker shades, you might have to go up a little lighter than you expected you would, or with the original Fenty concealer, because the darker shades, a lot of them are very red, like orange brick red. And I know they are supposed to be like color correcting as well, but I don't like that. But once you find the shade for you, absolutely positively blends well with other concealers. And besides like regular creasing, because babe, if there's a crease there, it's gonna crease. There's only so much you can do, but like, you know, smile lines, anything like that, I don't have anything to worry about with this one. Next up, I had to learn to love her. We had to grow into this relationship. I have purchased this concealer a lot of times because it's so hyped up. It's so many people's favorite. And for a long time, I was just like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what y'all are seeing, but now I see it. Again, kind of similar to the Fenty, but I think just a little thicker, just a little bit. The Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Amand. Amand is like NW45. It's like 425 Fenty foundation. It's just the black girl, you have to have this shade of this concealer. But again, for that brighter under eye look, love this. I am wearing this one with the Fenty in most of the videos that you guys see me wearing makeup in. Now this is a highlighting shade, but they do have some other options. So if you are more of a like, I wear concealer to actually conceal, then well, maybe not same thing with Fenty, but you know what I'm saying. Definitely have shades for you to check out in this one. MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW40. This might be the thickest concealer that I have to talk about in this video. It probably is. I like this for carving out my brows. If I am doing like a full face of makeup, she's good for that one, but that's where I would recommend this one. If you're more so like the clean girl aesthetic, soft, you can do soft glam with this one. You know, like minimal makeup type, maybe not this concealer. But for my full coverage girlies, and you want your face to stay put, nothing, just face looks chiseled, you'll like this concealer, especially with this shade. I don't wear it too much under my eye, or if I'm not gonna wear much else makeup, I'm just wearing like skin tint, something like this, I might wear this under my eye because it is, you know, again, it isn't as bright as the other shades that I'm showing, so it can be a good concealer that way. But yeah, this is more so like carving out my brows type concealer. Full face. Next up, this is the Gucci Multi-Use Longwear Concealer. Very bright shade. Might actually, no, I was gonna say might be the brightest shade that I'm going to show you, but it works out. On my face, this is in the shade 410. I like when the name just does not lie. Longwear Concealer. I feel like sometimes, and it could be how your whole face is set. It could be a lot of factors, but I feel like sometimes concealer starts to look like dead under your eyes. I'm not sure how to explain it. Hold on. I don't even remember what I was saying. I know I was talking about the Gucci concealer. I don't remember what I was saying. Again, long wearing a concealer, I really cannot remember what I was saying. However, I don't think this mixes as well with other concealers, at least not the ones I've tried, and I've tried most of the ones I'm talking about. So this is more so a concealer I would wear on its own, but it is long wearing. Like I said, all of the ones I'm talking about, I don't really have much also, I think like once you learn certain techniques that work for your face, like rarely, the product usually has to be really, really bad for it to not work how all the other products work on your face, right? Like once you figure out how to set your under eye, it really doesn't matter what concealer that you're using. And I'm treading very lightly on saying that, because you can usually set most of the concealers that you're using so that you get the same wear out of all of them. Yes, there are slight differences, but I feel like, you know, if you know what you're doing, if you know your face, you can usually make anything work. This one was the first one that actually made me start liking concealer, because y'all know for the longest time I was just like, concealer just doesn't do it for me. And that's what I was talking about. You know, sometimes it just depends on the concealer. Sometimes, oh my God, the concealer just isn't for you. But this is the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Concealer. Definitely a more natural finish concealer. I think you're supposed, no, they have a glow version. Do they have a glow version? No, they have a matte version. This is the glowy natural finish version. Definitely brightens up the look of the face. I feel like this is supposed to be like what those, you know, skin serum type concealers are supposed to do on your face. It kind of, it gives like the, you know, good ingredients in it that's supposed to not only look good on the face but be good for your skin as well. But I don't like serum concealers because they always, and it might be because of the ingredients in it, since it's more so like skincare based, I always feel like it's just very grainy on the face. I don't like them. And I feel like this is what those type of concealers think that they're accomplishing when they make serum concealers. But just make it like this, or just go ahead and get this one, because this on the under eye, again, just bright, hydrated, natural finish. Just, I woke up like this. Yes, I woke up my under eye naturally brighter than this. Yeah, y'all, I don't think we're gonna make it to 10 because I'm looking at how many I have left and the math is not mathing. But I would rather just be honest than to just throw in concealers in this video just to throw them in. Like the ones I'm talking about, like I use them very often. So I know it says 10, but we just gonna go with it, okay? Next up, the Hourglass Vanish. This is the brightest concealer shade that I own. This is in the shade Dune. If you like, I'm talking when you see it on the Kardashians, on Beyonce, on Sierra, on Lala, I just saw them on the Fashion Bomb daily page. So they're the first ones coming to my head. But when you see that like bright under eye and it just looks, it looks filtered, it looks face tuned, it looks that, this is what this gives, especially when you mix this with other concealers, especially the Fenty concealer. These two together, you're gonna get that bright popping under eye, but you're not gonna look crazy in the face, right? Like, you know how everything about Charlotte Tilbury has to be airbrushed and flawless? This gives, it was supposed to be part of Charlotte's line, because that under eye look is just airbrushed. It's just absolutely positively canvas. Does mix well with other concealers, because I just said, you know, I'll wear this with the Fenty, but not all concealers. You definitely have to, it's a, what's the phrase? Trial and error type process with this concealer. Okay, up next, let me throw in some drugstore concealer. I just realized, I think this is the only drugstore. It's pissing me off. Please. The way this is the only drugstore concealer, but I'm saying, it took me a minute to start liking concealer, and I just haven't really liked a lot of drugstore concealers like that. But this is from NYX. It is their Pro-fix Stick Correcting Concealer. The consistency of this, also not something I would think I would like with a concealer, but I don't know, it's almost like drawing with crayon on your face, but it blends in really well. Like, it might have the nicest blend out of all of the concealers that I'm talking about. The only reason that it's not like favorite at the moment is it is a lot thinner than the other concealers that I'm talking about, and I want a little bit more thickness when it comes to concealer, because I do usually go very light when it comes to foundation, so I make up with that with the concealer that I use. But again, if you do want a very light concealer that is very blendable, just this with skin tint, stuff like that, for the just very simple makeup girlies, you're going to like it. For the, you know, you do a little bit more layers, stuff like that, you can do that with this, but it's just going to take a little bit more. But this is a very good concealer. Do not sleep on this. And it also comes in color correcting shades as well. Next up is the HAUS Labs, it's Triclone something. It's something Triclone concealer. This is in the shade 41 Medium Deep Neutral. Again, just a very good, simple, natural concealer. Doesn't make too many promises. A little bit on the thicker side for my more so full coverage girlies. The shade for me, definitely a brighter shade, but I would definitely mix this with something like the Fenty Gucci or the NYX just so I can get that good balance in there. That's also another reason why I'm usually wearing 2 concealers, because one is usually significantly brighter than the other one. Again, balance. We're going for balance. On the face, I will say though, I feel like, I had to think about it. I feel like this is more so if you have the Haus Labs foundation, you'll really like the 2 of these together. Yes, you can wear this with other foundations, but you know how some products like brands just make it where like they're made to go with each other. This is one of those. Like if I'm pulling this out, I'm probably doing like a Haus Labs look, or I'm using the Haus Labs foundation. Yeah, y'all, I don't know how many that was. I think 8. But those are my favorite concealers, and those are the ones that I will be taking with me into 2025. But like I said, I am still learning to love concealer. So if you have any concealer that you would recommend recommend them in the comment section down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.